I haven't actually filmed these videos for a while now. Well, you might actually be asking yourself, YG, what are you doing today? Well, I'm gonna just open up about stuff that I want to talk about. It's mainly like a life update about like my life and where I am at right now. So, I'll start off by saying something is like, I understand that most people hate me for some reason. And I understand that it's also part of the deal. Because for me, once you see the once you see the experience from both sides, you realize, well, which side do you prefer, right? Is it the misery? Is it the pain? Is it all of the bad stuff that came with being a slave to the system? And on the other hand, people hating you. Well, I will choose people hating me any day of the week, right? And I get this. It's like, my classmates and stuff like that, most of them hate me. I realize that, right? They try to like play cool and stuff like that, but I can sense it, right? And I even confronted them. I said, well, I think you're hating me. And they were like, well, not necessarily. We don't hate you, but they're like, then they start talking. You're just a little bit too harsh when you speak. Like, okay, and I was open about it, and they started, they started building the momentum. They were like, well, you're a little bit too harsh. And then they got to like, you have to learn how to speak. And I'm like, what? They said you have to learn the manners of speech. And I took it very respectfully. I said, well, sure. What is the thing that made you say that? You know? And they gave me so many reasons, stuff like that. And I'm not gonna get into the details because whatever. you know. Well, I end up fighting with someone, but I'm not gonna get into the details because it's like man stuff, right? He says something, I disagree, and I'm like, what? And I tell him to shut up. He doesn't shut up. I tell him shut up again. He doesn't shut up. I said, well, I'm gonna hit you, and I hit him. It was like very simple, but nothing too crazy. Just was like a push, a little push, like a bear when he pushes another bear, something like that. But what I really speak about is like, what? When I enter the classroom, like in so many times, like I feel like the energy I get is very different, and it's not because it's me who says that, but it's because I've been in both sides, right? In the first year after college, like the first actual year that I studied after high school, um, I was the other type, right? I was not this person that I am right now. I was not brave. I was not like any of the stuff that I am right now, that I built myself. I was not. It was the complete opposite, right? I was like a chicken. Okay, I'm not gonna say the other word. So I was a chicken. I was a coward. I wasn't brave. I was always afraid of teachers. I was afraid of talking. I was afraid of people like looking at me in a certain way, or all of the stuff, right? And I was trying to gain people's attention because I thought if I don't, if I'm not nice, people will not be my friends. It was bullshit. Okay. Now I'm the complete opposite. I don't want to be like, I just cut the crap and I'm like, look, this is what you're doing is bloody fucking wrong. Don't do it. That's it. That's all I say. I'm not like, I'm gonna tell you something, probably you don't like it, but you have the freedom to think. You have the freedom to do whatever you want, but I'm just gonna tell you just as a note from my, shut the hell up and grow up and man up. And I always tell my friends, I'm like, man up, right? Just man up. I want men with me, right? I don't want cowards. I don't want chickens. I want men with me that I know they got my back, right? And it's different. And I know, like, whatever happens, but it is different. So the reason why I say, like, a lot of people, like, think, but the reason why I started this is because I know this will sound like cocky to some people, but look, I couldn't care less about what you think. I was watching these videos that pops up on my Instagram lately. It was like videos of tigers, a tiger walking. You know when I walk, like among people, right? Like my classmates, they were like about the same age, the same position, stuff like that. I feel like a tiger walking. It's not how I feel, it's more of the energy that gets built around me. And I know that everyone feels it. It's not just me. You know? When I walk, you know I am walking. When I talk, you know I am talking. It's different. And I know it's different. And I think part of it is that they know that I'm not a coward. You know? I'm not a pussy. That's what it is. I'm sorry. I shouldn't swear. But I have to. I'm not. Like, I couldn't care less about what you think. If you're gonna confront me about this bullshit idea that you have, I'm gonna tell you it's bullshit. Go screw yourself. That's it. Just don't waste my time. Go. I have so many responsibilities. You know what I've been through in the past 3 years alone? It's crazy. I cannot stand your shit. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I can't stand your shit. It's that simple. It's like, that's it. It's like you are not feeling so well because the school studies are overwhelming. I don't give a fuck. Deal with it. What? You have to fucking memorize a fucking paper. You're complaining about it. Dude, what the fuck? Are you a fucking man? Sorry, I'm swearing, but this makes me raging. It's the only subject that makes me raging. And I know a lot of people know this, right? And the fight that I got into is because one man, right? He said, "You're not a man to me." I said, "Don't repeat that." He said, "You're not a man." And I was telling a story, I was speaking. And he said, "You're not a man." I said, "Shut up." Then he told me something, right? He told me gay. Right? He didn't tell me in this word, but he meant it. And he knew that that was the end of our conversation. So I messed him up. Luckily, I was not allowed to hit him. I know, like I was not allowed. Okay, so I gave him that front kick in the face, but I stopped it just before his face. I made him know that I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. Then like a lot of men got in between us, like the entire time. I was going with a left hook. Then I was like, well, like just maybe he's maybe he's gay. So like I pushed him, right? But I knew he know my force. Like he know that push could have knocked him out. And he knows that. I'm athletic, right? I go biking at least 60 minutes every fucking single day. At least. Every single day. I'm fit. I'm strong. I'm healthy. I'm fast. I'm whatever it is. And he knows that. And I gave him an invitation because I know a lot of you will be like, yo, no, you're talking about not being a coward and you didn't hit him. I went to him and I sent him an open invitation among all the men that we have. And I said, hey, you have 10 minutes. I'm going to wait for you outside. If you're a man, come to me. I waited 10 minutes. He didn't come. Right? He sent some guy who was like, just chill, whatever. So like, 10 minutes. Yeah, he's a pussy. I knew that. And I went to him. And the fact, like, I know that the dynamics has changed since then. And now, he's not, like, being coward about it. Like, I talk to him and stuff like that because we're men. But I know he will never say what he said. And I know that no one will say what he said. Because he knows that in other circumstances, he will be knocked out. And he knows that. And it's not like... it's like I don't fuck with that. That's the one fucking thing you don't ever fucking think about saying to me. I'm the man I say I am. Every fucking second. All day long, each and every single day. And that's what it is. So, yeah. I think it's just fair enough to say that, yeah, I think okay, so we're continuing our speech. We got into an interruption. Whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna finish. It just makes so much sense. Like when I say that, when I enter the classroom, there is a tiger vibration. When I enter, there is a tiger vibration. I know that every person has his thoughts, vibrations that flows in the ether. When I walk, their vibrations feels submissive to my vibration. I know a lot of people's minds can't comprehend this. It's fine. You probably will never comprehend this at the first time. You have to practice it. But I'm walking, the energy that I have feels as if I'm pushing the other energies. It's different. Or as if their energy just shuts off, comes to me. You know what I mean? It's different. I swear, it's different. Like, sometimes this happens. Like, I come there, I'm changing my clothing, and I look, and like there is a group of girls. Awesome. Every single time, one of them is looking at me. I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't care, I don't give a fuck, right? I'm here just because I have to. So, but my vibration gets stronger. It's different. Most people will never experience this. Because it's not something that you experience on a daily basis if you're not familiar with these concepts. But for me, it feels that whenever she looks at me, she gives me her vibrations. It's different. I told you, this is this will seem as if I'm talking to some magic stuff if you heard it for the first time, alright? But it is the truth. And I know she probably doesn't know this, but I sucked her energy. So my energy is the type of energy that I get energy once you give it to me without even knowing. She looks at me, I don't know what she was thinking. She looks at me, I got her energy. It's completely different. I walk into a group of people, it feels as if like they had energy, it stops. The tiger is coming. The energy comes and it's like, cut all of those energy and I'm just walking. Exactly like a tiger. And look, I told you, this is not me being cocky. If you're not familiar with these words, you probably cannot comprehend this. So I'm gonna end this video here. I'm thinking about should I make it longer or not. I want to make it longer so my thoughts get more clear in the videos, because everyone can act on like few-minute videos, but like if I make 2-3 hours video, like probably I cannot hide a lot of about me. It's like me, I will get shown to the public. That's what it is. I want to do that, but my internet connection will not allow me to do that. And in order for me to do that, I'll have to pay like $1.2 and go to account. It's pain, right? So I prefer just to get this video done, upload it, like figure out a way to upload it. I like upload it and just get done with it. Otherwise, I really love talking to you. I don't know if anyone will watch this, being honest. Like, I know that the quality of my videos is getting higher and higher. Uh, Obviously, which is like a fact, just because of the data that I gather, and like it just makes all the sense. Like, I have more data. The more data, the easier. Like, you can come to conclusions. Like, whenever I do this, this happens. Whenever I do this, this happens. When I don't do this, this happens, etc., etc. So you find the patterns, and you make decisions, and that's why, like, the videos are getting higher and better and whatever. Anyway, at the end of this video, all what I'm gonna tell you is, like, maybe I'm not the person that you aspire to hear from right now. And look, I'm not here trying to convince you to hear from me. Just don't, right? I don't give a fuck, as I said. But I know for a fact that it will be a time where everyone will listen to me and from me, because I will become so much of a valuable person that it's impossible for you not to hear from me. Although the odds are against me, although the odds were against me, although so many people say that I will never succeed at this, I'm just willing to be focused on what I want and really just not give a fuck about anyone or anything else. And that's all what I'm doing at this period.